Conference Coach of the Year, head coach Jennifer Gross.
Yeah.
And the first ever WNBA draftee from UC Davis, the number 29 pick overall in the 2019 WNBA Draft, and the newest member of the Dallas Wings family, senior biomedical engineering major, Morgan Bertsch. We will start out today with a couple opening statements, first from Morgan, then from Coach, and then we will open the floor to questions from the media. So, starting with Morgan. Morgan, 24 hours has been a bit wild.
Oh, yes.
So describe your last 24 hours.
Well, is this on? All right. Well, first, I'd just like to say thank you to all of you for being here. The amount of support that I've received within the last 24 hours has truly been incredible. So many people just reaching out, congratulations, everything that I could ever imagine from this experience. And, it's just been, like he said, the past 24 hours has just been incredible. And, I could have never imagined this, obviously, but I'm really, really, truly thankful that this is where I could represent UC Davis in this endeavor, and I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. So I love you all. I love this university, and it's really been so amazing and so much fun, and I just can't wait to see, where the next couple weeks leads me.
Coach, talk about your professional and how you've seen her grow in the last 5 years.
Are you sure she doesn't have any more eligibility left? Well, first of all, I'd like to also say thank you to everybody for joining us today and for supporting not only Morgan but our entire program. This year, over the last couple of years, we've had a special group of young women accomplish some amazing things, and obviously Morgan was a leader on our team and a big reason for our success, but a lot of her teammates are here today to support, and I think it's just an amazing family that I get to be a part of, and amazing young women that I get to have the opportunity to coach. So again, thank you to the players that are here, also to our incredible administration, Kevin Blue in the back over here, and to our coaches who came today to support our program, to support Morgan. Obviously something this big doesn't happen all that often, and it's really fun to see our department show up to be here to enjoy this and to celebrate this, because the support that we have in this UC Davis community is incredible. It's a big family, and I know everybody is so excited for you and for your journey. And so I'm just thrilled beyond belief. This is something that we've been talking to Morgan about for the last couple of years, and what her path looks like, and what it would take to try to put herself in a position to be one of 36 players in the world to be selected in this year's WNBA draft. And I had the opportunity to watch her over the last couple of years continue to look at her game and say, how can I get better? How can I elevate my game? And to go from a player her freshman year where she was extremely efficient by the basket to working out, stepping out and becoming a mid-range shooter, to this year becoming a 50% three-point shooter, to be an explosive player on the perimeter, able to attack the basket. It's just a testament to the work that she's put in and the commitment that she has to being great. And that's something that is very unique about this individual. She not only talks about wanting to be great, she puts the work into that. And the exciting thing is that she still has an incredibly high ceiling. We feel like she can continue to get better and better, and that's why the future is so exciting for her. I feel like she was an unbelievable collegiate player, breaking pretty much every record here at UC Davis, and I think she's going to be an incredible professional player as well. So congratulations, Morgan. We're so proud of you. Thanks again, everybody, for being here.
Open it up to questions.
You've evolved in the years. You added a short jumper a couple of years ago, and now you took almost 50 threes and hit half of them this year. Where do you see yourself fitting in the WNBA? There's a lot of big people in the league.
Yeah, I think that when I look at the kind of role that I can have in the WNBA. It's definitely not going to be down low, banging bodies with all the big posts down there. It's definitely going to be something where I might play on the perimeter a lot more than I have here at Davis. It might be something where I'm, playing more of the 4 position, maybe even stepping out to the 3, to 3 position. Just because I've been able to, as Jen was saying, step out, hit the threes, be able to drive from the perimeter. It's opened up a lot of opportunities for me, and how I'd be able to be successful in the WNBA. So it's definitely going to be a little bit of an adjustment going against, bigger, taller, more athletic people. But I think it's just that, though, it's going to be an adjustment. And I think that, there's going to be people who say that it's going to be pretty tough, and it probably will be. But it's, I've been all about adjustments my entire career. So I'm just looking forward to, that's just one more thing that, I'm going to have to figure out.
Dallas drafted 3 of the top 12 scorers in NC2A. How do you fit into, that's an instant 71 points right there. Has Dallas talked to you at all about how you fit into their scheme?
No, it's definitely hasn't been a whole lot of conversation so far. It's gone pretty fast the past 24 hours. It's right now it was just I got drafted, and then someone contacted me, had a congratulations, just wanted to get to know you, just wanted to start this contact, start this, verbal communication. And so it was just kind of I'm very happy to be here. I'm excited for this opportunity. I'm happy to, start this journey. It's been very limited, just right now, just cherishing the moment. It's just been an awesome, last day. And so it's just kind of been them saying, we're happy to have you. We're excited. And me just being thankful for the opportunity. I don't know yet. I wish I knew, the details. I'm sure will be, we'll figure it out within the next couple days. Definitely. But right now I'm just kind of trying to cherish all these, all these amazing people that are here, and just this awesome time. It's something that's only going to happen once, and it's something that I didn't even think was going to happen once. So, I'm just going to sit here and enjoy this, next couple days. Yeah, well, I was actually at her house. We were watching the draft, and I got a text from my agent actually before I saw it on screen, and it said congratulations. And I was like, I don't know what this means. I haven't seen anything on TV. What's happening? And then she got a text as well, and so then 2 seconds later it popped up on screen, because they had been on like a commercial break or something like that. But so it popped up on screen, and obviously it was crazy. Just so much excitement, hugs, yelling, screaming, crying, all the emotions you could ever imagine, that kind of moment. And then obviously all the phone calls started pouring in from all my family and friends, all my teammates, so many texts, and just, and then, my agent had told me before, if you do get drafted, be aware that you might get a number that you don't know. You have to make sure you answer it, so that it's probably going to be someone pretty important. And so then, obviously unknown number popped up on screen. So I was like, obviously this has to be someone official, and answered the phone. And it was pretty cool to, I got a call from the president of, the Wings organization. That's pretty cool. So yeah, it was definitely a really awesome. Heart was pounding. I was just so excited. It's, like I said, it's a once in a lifetime thing, and it was just really amazing, that moment.
First of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
I know you're not one to really think too far ahead when you're in the season. You focus on your team. You focus on having success in the moment. When did you kind of maybe take a step back and realize, maybe I could take my talents to the next level? Was that like a couple years ago? Or was that pretty recently?
I've had teammates and coaches that are telling me for a while now that this was a possibility. And, I could sit here and tell you that, of course I knew this was going to be what happened. But, I think it was at the start of this year, I kind of set that as a possibility for myself, and kind of like a little goal. It's not, I'm not going to say, it's something I've been striving for forever. It's just something that as the success started to build up, as we were doing so well as a team, as I was still progressing, getting so much better in both my game and how we were developing as a team, it was kind of, it got a little more real, especially as the season was going on. As I got to see how well I was performing, definitely at the end when we made it to the NCAA tournament, and then it's just, it had just been a culmination of things. Just, this is now something that's definitely a possibility for me. And so, especially when I traveled and went to the combine last weekend, it's definitely getting real. And so I think that up until, last night, it was still something that I wasn't sure was going to happen for me. And so that to see my name on screen, it was kind of like, wow. I had set some goals for myself throughout the season, and to be honest, I think I achieved every one of them, which is pretty amazing. And I think that I don't know, it's just it still blows my mind. It doesn't really seem real that it actually happened. So yeah.
Coach, when did you realize that Morgan's pretty good, maybe she can go to the next level?
I mean, I knew back in high school, obviously. Clearly, we were the only ones that offered you a scholarship, so we knew that was happening. But, I mean, I think that says a lot, about this one here, to go from having one Division I scholarship offered to be a WNBA draft pick is pretty incredible. The second she arrived on campus and started practicing and we saw the efficiency that she played with, we knew that she was going to be special. Over the last couple years when she started really expanding her game, and we saw how she could really, we saw the vision for her playing a 3, playing a stretch 4. She guards the 1 through 5 for us. We switch a lot of things, and she picks up small guards and does that really, really well. So I think it was, probably just because so early in her career, we're not thinking about that as much, but over the course of the last 2 years, it's definitely something that we've been talking about a lot. And, Joe Teramoto, Des Abeda, they work with her in the post every single day. And this year, basically, as a staff, we said, okay, well, she's pretty good down there. And Matt Clement works with the guards, and they said, all right, Matt, you're going to take her every day, and you're going to basically do the pre-practice guard workout and start to develop those skills. So we saw all that whole skill set start to evolve. As a staff, we look at Morgan and say, there's just not that many players out there that are like her, that have the size, the length, the athleticism, the ability to shoot the ball as well as she does. On top of that, she's so smart. You tell her 2 things about an opponent, and she's taking those 2 things away. So the brain combined with the instincts combined with the athleticism and the skill level is pretty unique. So I started reaching out to some WNBA coaches at the beginning of this year, and by the time we got to the combine, I mean, most teams were well aware of her and, seemed to know how well she had done and seemed to know her game. And so we were really hopeful that somebody would understand what a special person and player that she is and would give her that opportunity. And obviously we're extremely thrilled when we saw the announcement last night.
All your accolades and all your achievements, and I'm sure it could have filled a couple pages. When you look back on your career, when others look back on your career at UC Davis, what do you want them to remember about you?
Wow. I think that, obviously I think the goals or the achievements that I'm the most proud of from being here was, our championships. Quite honestly, it's you can go down the line and look at the things that I've been able to do as an individual, but the things that I think are the most impressive and the things that I cherish the most are, what we've been able to accomplish as a team. 3 regular season titles in a row is something that hasn't been done in a very long time, and I think that just goes to show, the type of program that we have here, the type of coaching staff that we have here, and how amazing it is. And I think it's something that's very special. And, obviously coming into this year, that tournament title was something that I still hadn't done yet. And it was definitely on the top of my list. And so to be able to check that off as well, and then now being drafted to check that off, and it's just been an amazing ride. And like I said before, I'm so thankful that it's been at Davis, because I couldn't imagine a place that could be any better.
Over the last 4 years, you guys have played a lot of really tough teams, thinking about, St. Mary's your freshman year, all the times you guys have played Pac-12 teams, and of course the WNIT and NCAA tournament runs. Do you think what about those games do you think prepare you most for the next level of play?
I think anytime you're playing against those top teams, you're going to be going against some of the top players as well. So I think that especially when you're playing against the Stanfords, you're playing against a lot bigger, a lot more athletic people, and that's definitely something that is going to be super helpful when you're trying to go to the next level. That's everyone in the WNBA is a lot more athletic and a lot taller, a lot bigger, and so playing in those games against teams who are really good and have those type of players is always going to be helpful to get a little bit more experience under your belt of playing against those top tier people.
You mentioned the combine a few minutes ago. What was that experience like? What was going to the combine like, being with all those other top level players?
I was obviously a little nervous going in, just kind of the unknown and not really knowing what to expect going into that situation, but it was a lot of fun, just because you're playing against and with some of the top players, and whenever you're in that situation, you're going to be seeing a lot of fun basketball. It's going to be a lot of skill in one gym, and so it was definitely a little different in the terms of I haven't played basketball in such a open and no offense. You don't know your teammates. It was definitely kind of being thrown into the deep end a little bit of just going out there and playing basketball. It's something that I've been doing for a really long time now. It's something I know how to do. So it's just, it took a little bit to get adjusted to that. But in the end, it was a really awesome experience just to, get my name out there a little bit more, get a little bit more exposure. And I think that was one of the, essential parts to that entire weekend.
Games start in a month, were you able to give yourself any kind of a break afterwards and take some time?
I went home for spring break, and so I took like one day, and then I was back in the gym. And then when I got back for school, I still worked out with the coaches every day leading up to the combine. So I just definitely wanted to make sure I was still staying in shape, still honing in on some of those skills, so that I would be able to showcase to the best of my ability come Saturday. And so now since I've been back, we got to start getting and keep getting in shape even more, and keep having those workouts, honing in those skills as much as I can before I leave for training camp, whenever that may be. Yeah, there you go. I'm not mad about it.
What does this say about a program like UC Davis for Morgan to be the first from UC Davis in a group that's star-studded like that?
Yeah. I think that the message here is you don't have to go to the biggest name school. You don't have to, play for a BCS school to get recognized. And, Morgan had one Division I opportunity, and thankfully we had the opportunity to see her play in high school. But I think that players' accomplishments are directly related to their opportunities. And Morgan had an incredible opportunity here, and she seized it. And she came in here and from day one just started to put the work in. And, never for 1 second didn't appreciate, the opportunity that she had. And so with a lot of work and a lot of dedication, she grew her game. But she had the opportunity from day one to step in, and she became our leading scorer as a freshman, which is incredible. But I think that, she might not have gotten to the point that she is in her career today if she hadn't had so much opportunity. So to come in here and to put her mark on the all over the UC Davis record books, it just shows that if you're a great player, professional scouts, they're going to come and they're going to find you and they're going to watch you. And it's all about the opportunity that you have and the experiences that you have that help you to achieve all of your goals. Morgan's a great example of that. So we're so proud of how she's represented our program, our department, our university since she stepped on campus. And now she's going to continue to do that, as she makes her mark in the professional ranks. This is someone that, just is so prideful about her experience here and represents the best of UC Davis as an amazing basketball player, as a biomedical engineering major, as just a spectacular person. So we're fortunate that Morgan gets to continue to represent our program and our school.
Morgan, with such a demanding major like biomedical engineering, how did you find the time to balance all of that?
That's a question that I get really often. It really is a total group effort. Throughout my entire 5 years here, I've gotten help from probably pretty much everyone in this entire room. From having academic advisors who are, constantly trying to figure out scheduling, how that's going to work, tutors, and then obviously the coaches have been a huge help in that as well. So it's really just been a group effort of, trying to figure out the schedule that's going to work best, trying to figure out certain times that can be dedicated to school and then certain times that are purely basketball. It's really just been, like I said, a total group effort. And, I think that it's kind of special to be able to do engineering and still be an athlete. I think a lot of times, when I first decided that I was going to do engineering, there were a lot of people who told me I would have to pick. And I knew that, it's not something where you have to pick one or the other. There's always going to be a way that you can compromise. And I think that, Davis has just allowed me to, pursue basketball as well as my academic dreams. And I don't think that, every university out there provides that kind of opportunities for their students.
You've achieved a lot of firsts as a player in 4 years. Where does this rank?
Oh. What? Number 1, obviously. In terms of personal achievements, this is number 1, easily number 1. I haven't. That's first, another first. Yeah.
So you've lived in Northern California your whole life. What's the prospect of moving to Texas feel like?
Another adjustment. It's even though I only live an hour and a half away, with basketball and school and stuff, it's not like I'm going home all that often anyways. But it was really nice to be able to have my family be able to be such a huge part of this entire experience. My grandpa didn't miss a single home game. It's like that's going to be a little weird, just not having that same support system so close by. But like I said, it's just going to be another adjustment, and I'm really just looking forward to starting that journey.
What advice do you have for young people, young women in general, looking to make a decision in life, a choice with a challenge, or looking forward?
Right. I don't know. I think that throughout my entire journey, I've kind of come to realize that if you work hard, if you do you, I think a lot of times, I feel like a lot of times I've been here and there's been different things trying to, you should do this to do, in order to succeed, things like that. But I think a lot of times if you just work hard and you stay true to yourself, as cliche as that sounds, there's going to be a lot of opportunities that present themselves to you. And as she was saying before, it's really how you pursue those opportunities and how you choose to approach those options. And I don't know, I think for me it's just opportunities have arisen and you just go out there and you have to take them. And I think that you can't be scared. And I think there has been a lot of times when I've been nervous and been scared about, the different options that have come about for me. But in the end, it's, you can't let that dictate how you continue. You know, I think a lot of times there's been tough games where I'm really nervous, but it's like if you go in there and you play nervous, you're never going to succeed. And I think that you just have to put your head down, do what you do, you know, go out there, play basketball. And if you play how you play, then it's always going to be a positive outcome.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. Morgan, congratulations.
Thank you. All right.
Thank you all for coming. Appreciate it.
Congratulations.
Thank you.